The NBA, where amazing happens. And it was amazing, no doubt. It was a really fast growing product. And it's the NBA is a mirror of our society. It is absolutely absurd. What I see with the NBA is I see like some of these stars of the NBA getting rejected and by Instagram models. Like Instagram models have more clout than them. And it's like crazy. So that's just one of the things. The current top NBA player who makes the most money is Steph Curry. He makes over $55 million a year. And listen, I don't really follow the NBA. I like to play the video game. The video game's cool, but I haven't really watched the sport. But I do pay attention. I pay attention to content creators, and I listen to what they talk about, what's happening with the NBA. Where they have this thing called load management. You have players that are out of shape, like Joel Embiid and Luka Doncic, especially Embiid, who's a phenomenal player and a former MVP, and he gets hurt because he can't stay in shape. Like, your whole job is to basically stay in shape, be on the court. So it's pointless to pretty much watch regular season games at this point. It's like, okay, maybe I'll pay. It's like the NBA to me is like the NHL back in the 90s. Like, I know I really care about that. I still kind of don't care about the NHL that much. I had like flashes in the past. It doesn't really matter. But for me, I like the NBA. I really, really like the NBA. It was probably like number 2. NFL was like football was always my favorite. At one point, in the early 90s until they went on strike, I loved baseball. I really started getting into baseball, and then they had their strike in 1994, and then after that I was like completely turned off. I had nothing to do with baseball after that. And then the NBA's had a couple like lockouts and maybe I don't know if there's strikes or whatever, but they've had like a couple, seasons where they've had like half seasons or whatever, and it's just kind of been like, what the heck, like the bubble, kind of a weird thing. But anyway, so it's like there's a thing called load management because superstars don't want to play the 82 games like they used to back in the day. Okay, so like, yes, inflation. Okay, because I sound like a boomer. Oh, they used to make like Michael Jordan made 25 million, and that was like a huge thing back in the day. I remember like in the mid 90s, and that was a huge thing back in the day. But that's still a lot of money what they make. A lot of these kind of like superstar, kind of lower tier superstars make like 47 million a year, but they don't want to play. They don't want to work. You're a fan, you go there to watch that player, and they don't want to play because they have like, if you have an injury, that's one thing, but if it's just like you have if you can play, get out there, man. Like, seriously, if you can't play, that's one thing. And if you have something that is an injury that's going to prevent you, or you could hurt yourself worse because you need to heal, you sit out. But like a lot of these players, they just don't want to show up. And one of the big things was Stephon Marbury. Dude was getting paid $21 million his last year for the Knicks, and he was basically on the bench in street clothes the whole time because like he couldn't acclimate himself to the system. There was an argument. I don't even remember what it was about, but it's just the fact that like when you're paying somebody that much money and they're sitting on the bench doing nothing, like that's a huge slap in your face. And I'm sure that there's other players that have done the same thing. I think there was something's going on with like Jimmy Butler. Like, when you sign a contract, you should honor the contract. Like, you signed the contract to stay with this team because you wanted all that money, and now you're upset because your team sucks. Well, I'm not like, okay, then give back the money then, man. And that's the thing is like the unions have basically ruined the NBA. You know, they have all these they get paid no matter what, no matter what they do. So it's like if you're getting paid no matter what, if you sign a big contract and you get paid no matter what, you kind of lose the incentives to work hard. A lot of these big famous athletes, you see it like they get in their contract year, and this is across the board, and then they're like producing like huge because like they know they're going to be a free agent, or you know they're going to use it as leverage to re-sign with their team, and then like the production starts dropping as soon as they sign their big massive contract, especially in the NBA because it's guaranteed money. Like you have to pay it to me anyway, and that to me is like so absurd. Like really, like you should get rewarded on like your performance. You know, my thing is I had this idea way back in the days, like every player gets paid a base minimum, and then you just get rewarded with incentives, whether you become like a leader on the team, you're a starter, you're a bench warmer, whatever stats you put out, like if your team is winning, you get paid more, like, and then you get into your 55 million because like you're actually out there trying as hard as you can. And then the All-Star game is an all-time low. Nobody cares about it because it's just like, it doesn't matter. I don't even know why they have it anymore. And that's the epitome of like, and the entitlements of these rich people. And I look at these people that are very well off, and they feel, I need more money. I'm just like, one of the biggest thing was Latrell Sprewell. He was trying to get a big contract, which he could have got. He could have got like at the time it was like probably like 20 years ago or 15 years ago. 3 million, like 3 years for 21 million. And he's like, I need to feed my kids. And it's like sitting here. Well, I'm making like $9 an hour to try to support my family, and you're complaining about being a millionaire. You know, it's like it's a complete disconnect from reality these people have, and not to mention their huge salaries in the NBA. They have their shoes and their endorsement contracts, so they get money on the side as well, and it's just like. It's a complete disconnect. Like they just don't care. And what does that do? Well, ratings are down big time. You know, it's just like the Democrats. Like your ratings are down huge. People voted for Trump. People voted for MAGA because like you're performing shit. People see it. And at some point, the NBA is going to have a salary recession. You're going to see, since nobody is really paying attention. You're not going to keep getting paid. You're not going to keep getting paid more and more. Every single year since I've watched NBA or whatever, any of these sports in my lifetime, they always get paid more. And you can say inflation, this and that, but every single time they get paid more and more and more and more and more. They keep raising the cap, the salary cap. And at some point, since people are just like going to stop showing up. You know, they're gonna end up being like the WNBA, and advertisement's gonna stop paying to advertise on your regular season games. You're not gonna be, you know, like I think it's so weird with these like NFL packages. Like you got to pay $200 a year or something for these packages, but you still have to watch commercials. Like what? It's so weird to me. Why am I paying for that? Oh, you have to have that. Like why? I can watch basically any game I want bootlegged like for free on the internet. Like, that's illegal, dude. Like, basically, what you're doing is illegal. You're taking money from people who paid like to see your a player play, and he's not playing because he doesn't fucking feel like it. That's like this robbing. Like, I'm gonna get season tickets. I like this. Oh, he hasn't played half the year because he doesn't feel like it. He's getting paid all this money. How about you give that money back so the ticket prices are way cheaper? But that's not going to happen. So your product will fail. And not to mention the product is terrible anyways. It's like NPC. It's like the propaganda I see from the Democrats when I see on X, they say the same thing over and over and over again. They all say the same exact thing, like they're following a script. And you see the NBA, and they're all following the same exact thing. We're just gonna do the 7 second 3-and-D, just dribble up court, maybe do a pick and roll, and then just shoot a three, dunk or shoot a three. There's no like strategy anymore. That's all it is, and people don't want to watch it because it's boring. Like, there's no creativity in that. It's just like watching the All-Star game. It's boring. Nobody cares. Like there's no passion behind it. There's no hustle behind it. There's no spirit behind it. And that's how our society feels right now. Completely over bloated. We put all this like emphasis on these wealthy people, all these high status people, but they don't really produce shit. They're not really producing anything worth the fuck, and they get paid more and more. It's like, why are they getting paid for all that? And that's why some of my gripe was, with the office workers and like out here producing, like slaving away. We need help. You're forcing me to work overtime, and I see office workers like laughing it up. And they're not doing anything, and they get paid more than me, and it's like, I don't want to do this. Like, I'm more important than you, and I get paid less, and it's fine. Like, we can get paid the same or whatever. I don't like, but at least why like the attitude is like you're kings, you're above me, but you ain't shit. You're not really doing anything. You're not really doing any work. And I'm doing a lot of work. And if it wasn't, it's like how women treat men nowadays. Like, oh, you're an infrastructure worker. You have a dirty job. Like, you're disgusting. I don't like you. Not all women. I'm just saying, like, generally speaking. Oh, I can't. I have to date the finance manager or whatever. Like, he needs to have a special title so I can impress everybody, like my family. Even though he's a piece of shit and he fucking cheats on me and has nothing to do with me. Oh, but he makes all this money and he's got a high status job, and like, okay, whatever. Our values are completely. We live in a degenerate society, and you're going to see a significant change. Like big content creators on here are like seem like they're out of touch. I'm sitting here seeing like Tim Cass, like. Who is it? Phil Labonte basically saying, like, talking for the working class, but like, you are a rock star musician millionaire and you work talking like I'm doing right now. Like, you don't do the hard work. He was talking, like basically talking for the people who do all the hard work, but you don't do it yourself. You know what I mean? It's like, and I understand, like, their topic was about how people basically how women aren't really doing the dirty jobs. It's just like, you're not doing a dirty job either. Have you ever done a dirty job? Well, he was in the military, so I do have respect for, but like, since then, like, you're not out here doing dirty jobs anymore. Oh, I've made it. Okay, but like, most people aren't gonna make it. That's why I say about the red pill community, like the manosphere, whatever, like, yeah, most of us aren't going to fucking make it. Most of us aren't going to be like the supreme alpha male Chad that you guys are trying to sell us. Like, we can become if we do this and that. Yeah, we can change some things and make some things better in our lives for sure, but we're not just going to flip our lives around, just like become like Castanova. It's not going to happen. It's just really not. It's very unrealistic. We're not going to be able to. We don't have the motivation. We don't have the time in the day, and the drive is not there anymore. Just like, you look around and you see, the young women they're not very appealing, man. It's just not really worth it. Like, I have to share you with another guy. You're all tatted up, pierced up, like, you need constant attention from the internet. Like, I'm not going to compete. I'm not going to compete like that. It's just like, this is how people feel in the workforce. Like, I don't want to work no more because what's the point? What's the point of me working? I'm not getting anywhere. I'm not, like, the point for me to work is because, like, I'm building for my future. And if I can't build for my future, then what the fuck is the point? Like, whatever, man. Just give me fucking EBT. Like, just give me fucking Universal base income. I don't fucking care. Like, I just don't care no more. You know, that's where I'm at. I'm like, to the point, like, for myself, like, I was trying to build, and you know, I've had periods in my life when I was younger thinking like I'm never gonna be able to retire, so I just invested everything into like right now to pay my bills for my kids because I had to, because I didn't want to go on welfare or nothing like that. But I didn't even if I wanted to go on welfare, I wouldn't be able to because I made too much money at the time. So I couldn't invest in no 401k even if I wanted to. It was like a luxury to me. I made some good decisions around the pandemic time when they printed out all that money, and it's helped me for right now. But I know that at some point this is gonna run out, but it's like I can't plan for 5 years ahead. I can't even plan for 3 years ahead because I don't know what the fuck's gonna happen. I don't know. You know, like I'm just trying to it's not like I don't want to work, but it's. When they don't, it's when they don't pay you shit and then they expect like you to be perfect. It's like, what the fuck, man. And they don't. I don't know, man. Like the turnover is like terrible everywhere, and they expect you to be like the same place everywhere. Like you I want like when they look at my thing and like, oh, why have you worked all these jobs? Well, okay, can I look at yours? Like, can I see your turnover? Like, that's what I think I'm gonna start asking a job. What's the turnover here? Like, when they started talking about like, why did you come? Why did you quit? Well, why did people quit? Like, how many people quit here last year? That's what I think. I'm gonna start throwing questions at them during job interviews and talking like, how many people quit here? Oh, we're not gonna like fuck you then, dude. Like this is what I'm saying. Like people, like you're sitting here acting like I'm supposed to be fucking perfect when you ain't perfect yourself. Like these companies, why did these people quit? Oh, okay. You don't want you want me to be perfect. No, but how you get a job? You just act fake. You act fake. That's how you get girls. You act fucking fake. That's all you. That's how you do it. Unfortunately, I don't want to fucking act fake no more. I just want to be myself. Okay. Last point. The NBA is a merit-based system where the best people are rewarded financially, and they should be. And then you get rewarded with trophies. They're supposed to be playing as hard as they can to acquire the trophy one day. And then you have the WNBA, who get subsidized by the NBA. If they didn't get subsidized by the NBA, there would be no WNBA. So they're complaining in the WNBA that they're not getting paid as much as the NBA. Why don't they get paid as much as the NBA? It was because they don't put as many eyes on the product for the WNBA as the NBA. Now, if I was an owner, I would tell all of the girls that play for me, I want you to look cute. I want you to look like the college softball women. I want you to look like the college volleyball women. Look cute. Look attractive. Look appealing. If people wanted to see like people running up and down the court, masculine people, they just watch the NBA. They don't want to watch like. I can't say what I want to say because of YouTube is so like. YouTube is lame. It's lame. Like really, it's like let me put like a R-rated on my content. Let me put whatever. So I don't want anyone under 18 watching my content. And if you can't handle my content because like you're a bitch, then like that's you, man. Then don't watch my content. I shouldn't get banned because of something I say. It's so stupid. It's like I gotta I got a strike on fucking TikTok because I called some woman an idiot when she was probably saying something really, really bad. I forgot what it was about, but she probably was saying something really like, "Why is that video up?" Oh, that's okay, but since I said it, then that's a problem. Like, because I got called her an idiot. If you put yourself out here, then you get and somebody calls you names like, you know, that I get called bad stuff all the time. You know, most of the stuff I get negative anyway. So like, but I understand, and it sucks. It does suck, and it is kind of demoralizing, but it is what it is. So like, how the NBA is all for equality and all this crap that they've been pushing, this left-wing ideology, this communist ideology, then they should forfeit they should forfeit their salaries and get paid as much as this WNBA. That's what they should do. They should to bring them up, if they really care so much about, equality like they say they do, but they won't. These big stars will not give up their salaries. They're full of shit. That's why I say that's exactly what the Democrats are. They're full of shit. Like it's like, yeah, I want somebody else to pay, but I don't want to pay. It's like I tell Democrats or whatever, you're for the Ukrainian war, or you're for this program or that program. Well, you pay for it. You take money out of your own pocket and you fucking pay for it. Stop making everybody else as a whole pay for your stupid fucking shit. If somebody, like, I'm all for charities, man. I'm all for, and I would love to, like, help other people out. I can't fucking help anybody out. And this is how it's been forever for me, man. I'm in the working class. I know. And it's not like I had, like, this is long since I've been out of working for I don't know. I haven't. It's almost been 2 months since I haven't had a job. I got offered one job, basically making $13.50 an hour to shuttle cars, to shuttle brand new cars. Like, this is what I'm saying. They want to pay us nothing and have like a ton of responsibility. It's like, it's so backwards. Everything is so upside down in the society. And then it's like we're built on a house of cards. If you're not going to build the people at the bottom up, where what they actually work for to keep the dirty jobs going, the infrastructure going, if you're not going to reward them with anything, then you're going to see an infrastructure collapse. You will see a collapse. You can't just throw money at it either. You can't just say, here, like, it won't do, like, it doesn't and that's a Democrat. All they want to do is, like, throw money at it. Like, okay, but, like, that, I mean, yeah, you can get it done for a short burst or whatever, but people will get accustomed to that money, and then just, like, there just needs to be more balance, and everything's completely unbalanced, man. And I don't know. I'm just tired of this shit. Like, we need a whole new system. I'm at the point where I don't care if I go bankrupt. Like, I really don't care. One of my biggest things was, like, I don't want to go bankrupt. I want to keep. I don't want to. I want to. That was like a big pride thing. But at this point, I don't care. I don't fucking care about a retirement. I don't care about. I'm to the point where I don't fucking care if I end up just fucking being homeless, man. I don't fucking care. Like, it's almost to the point where it's like, I don't fucking care if I even keep living, man. That sounds horrible, man. And I'm not gonna hurt myself or not at all. But it's just like, that's where we're headed. When there's so many people, there's so many guys who say that, like, who think that. They're thinking that. They might not say it because it's not something socially you want to say. People, like, oh, he's gonna hurt himself. I'm not gonna hurt myself. If I was gonna hurt myself, I would have already fucking done it, dude. I would have already done it a long time ago. I want to smoke weed so bad right now. Why don't I smoke weed? Well, one is because, like, kind of don't want to disappoint my kid. I was doing it all last year, and then, I don't want him doing it. He doesn't do it. Another thing is, like, yeah, I want to be able to, like, if a job is offered, like a good job, I want to be able to pass a drug test. But I don't see many good jobs at this point. I don't see shit. I see a bunch of supervisor jobs on Indeed all the time, like manager jobs, but they all require either, like, experience or you need that bachelor's degree. I need that bachelor's degree. It's like, no, I don't fucking need a bachelor's degree. You tell me what the fuck I need to learn on my own, I'll fucking learn it. You tell me what I need to fucking study. I will come in there, I will learn your shit, I will learn your fucking system, I learned shit on my own. But they think, like, oh, you need to go to a classroom. That's a leftist fucking trope. If you don't go to college and you're fucking uneducated, these people are fucking so stupid. Like, They don't believe in any type of like self-learning at all. I taught myself how to play guitar. Not to say that I was like the greatest guitar player. I wasn't that great at all. But the fact that I taught myself how to play guitar and be able to sing a little with it. Not to say that it was the greatest thing, but if I kept at it, it would have got better. Because like if you get better at shit because it's repetitive, you keep doing it over and over and over again. That's what it's called, fucking work. But I'm saying like, I'm self-taught in a lot of fucking things, man. Me being a man, me getting this far in my life, me raising a family, I'm fucking self-taught, dude. Didn't really have a male role model growing up. I tell my kids, you have father privilege. A lot of people out here don't fucking have it, including me. Well, nowadays it doesn't fucking matter, but it mattered back when I was younger. And it's not a dig on my dad. My dad's cool as fuck, dude. You know, he did the same thing with my brothers, what I did with my kids. Fucking raised them on his own. Very unheard of thing to do. The man having full custody of his kids in the 90s. Or when I did. Very unheard of. Very rare. But, you know, you'll keep seeing decline. We're gonna keep seeing it decline until the leaders, which people are seeing it. So we have different leadership, and that's good. That gives me like, okay, we're at a fork in the road. We were either gonna go to complete, like, if we elected Kamala and the Democrats and they stayed in charge, we would have a societal collapse. We would go off a cliff, and it would be ugly because we would have a civil war at some point. You can't keep oppressing people and expect nothing to happen in return. Just like the WEF. You keep oppressing people, you keep trying to push your bullshit on other people, and you don't think that like you can't be touched. You can be touched. Anybody on this planet can be touched. It doesn't fucking matter. And I'm not making any threats. I'm just saying, if there's a will, there's a way. You see what happened with Luigi. I don't want that shit to happen. I don't want people to, and I'm not out here advocating for that, but I'm saying like I recognize patterns. I recognize human nature and the way things are going. There's a resentment that has been built up with like people who have been working their asses off and having everything fucking taken from them, including the fucking care. So there's nothing for us to strive for anymore. And they're sitting here on their ivory towers looking down on us, like cracking their whips, dude, I'll just come up there and fucking destroy you. Like, you people, you rich people who are like, this is why I've said in my past videos, I said like, if you're out here like, you know, trying to like look like you have money, trying to, you know, like you're back in high school. It's one thing to be presentable, but if you're out here like trying to like the count from Saint Germain, if you're trying to dress in like all diamonds, it was, you know, that dude was cool back in the day. But like, if you're trying to do that nowadays, you're putting a big fucking target on your back. You're trying to like show everyone you have money by like your possessions. You're putting a target on your back. It's almost like, and I know probably people hear this now and think I'm crazy, but like, dude, you're setting yourself up. You kind of just want to look regular. You just want to fit in. Like, you don't, if you're a person with wealth, you kind of just want to be regular, man. You don't want to seem like you have a lot of resources, because people will come at you coming up. Like, people are going to get desperate, man. Hopefully things will change, man. Hopefully things will change better here. We can start building things up and have a better future for our kids instead of whatever. I don't know what the fuck it is now. It's just weird fucking hatred towards like America, self-hatred, letting everybody just, you know, ransack, you know, just take everything, and then we're just going to be sitting here with nothing. That's what America is like. And it's like complete detachment, complete isolation, complete family detachment. The family is just like completely destroyed. People like Elon Musk and, you know, Tim Pool keep advocating for people to have kids when like they don't know how it is. Oh, you can be poor and raised, because yeah, and see how much healthcare is, and see how much car insurance is, and see how much companies don't want to pay people correctly. Like, what are you talking about? Women don't even really want anything to do with men. Like, seriously, they already have all their simps online. They don't need the validation from men or children. And back in the day, women wanted validation from their husband and children and their family, but they want it from random people on the internet. They want it from people that they would see in real life being a creep, looking at them in the gym. But it's okay if it's on the internet. It's got that buffer. Like, they're sitting here dressed like in their tightest clothes, showing off every crevice on their body at the gym. And then they get creeped out if a guy is actually watching them work out in real life. But like, they will film themselves do that, put it on the internet, and then be fine with guys doing it. It's such a crazy thing. Why? Because they feel safe. Like, people could find me, man. People could find anybody on here. It's crazy. I think there was this, like, I gotta cut this video off because it's too long. But there was this I guess an OnlyFans woman. She had to shoot like 3 guys. They tried to take like 20 million of her Bitcoin or something like that. She was all by herself. Like, no, you know what I mean? Like, I think that if I was a woman in this environment, like, I would want a man. I would want a man for at least like security purposes. Like, seriously, like, they just want to be completely by themselves. It's like, you are so vulnerable. I don't understand this, like, this false sense of security that like so many women have. I wouldn't go outside by myself after dark. I wouldn't be I wouldn't be vlogging in some other country by myself I've never been to. Like, that's crazy. But I guess it's just like this propaganda of like this girl power crap that the media and the fucking TV and Hollywood's been pushing down women's throats, and they think that they're just like so strong. It's just like, you don't live in reality. Okay? And my hope is like women just wake up. That's my hope, is women just like, I don't like this. I feel icky. Like, these guys are all watching me. Like, you know, I commented on a couple like women's TikToks or whatever, just like doing like the eye roll, like when they show their stupid bodies off, like just the eye roll. And I see a couple of guys, oh, beautiful, you're beautiful. It's like, dude, aren't you like icked out about that? Like, no, I want that. I like that. Like, okay. Okay. I guess we'll see what happens. That's it.